Hello everybody, welcome to my coffee break. Today I'm at Crackbuck and I am having a Q&A on dwarfism. And be you, be kind, be happy, be kind to everyone. That is what my shirt says. You saw the, I can show you. There you go. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. There you go. I got this shirt from a project called Summer Shirt Project, and it's by their website is Be Kind to Everyone. And I got a personal note, or a personal sign by Jordyn. She's the one that works at the, has the shop. And you can follow them on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok. And it's called At Summer Shirt Project. And so I saw Jordyn has autism. And so I thought it would be really cool to get this shirt. On the shirt it has the, let me show you. I'll go down just a bit. You can see it. It has, over here, it has like the puzzle pieces, and that is a kind of a symbol for autism. But today we're going to be talking about dwarfism. So if you have a question about dwarfism, October tend to be Dwarfism Awareness Month, where I am a dwarf. I am a achondroplasia dwarf, and we don't like the word. A lot of people will say, "Oh, I don't mind being called a midget," but we don't like the word. I don't like the word. So today I'm having a Willie Nelson. It has cinnamon, honey, and vanilla. And I had asked for an iced one, but they're really busy, so I didn't want to say, hey, I wanted an iced one. So we're going to go ahead and have a hot coffee today. Oh, that's really good. Maybe, oh yeah, cinnamon's really coming out. Oh. And I'm at the, one of my favorite coffee shops here in Helotes. But yeah, hope you can hear me okay. I bought a taco, but I'm not sure. Should I eat it now? Before it gets cold. No, but they were pretty busy. I ordered and I came and sat down. I was setting up, and then my buzzer went off. And so like everybody's like, what's that buzzer doing? So yeah. Well, let me kind of tell you, there's like 200 kinds of dwarfism. And mine is achondroplasia. And kind of what you see people that have dwarfism, we have like a normal torso, short arms and legs, and a big head. Well, they say that it's because of our short stature, our head looks, big. But I do have a big head. My hat size is like a 7 3/4 or something like that. And I didn't wear my hat today. I have a hat, but I didn't wear it. And there's some dwarfism that's more fortunate. But I don't really know the names of a lot of different dwarfism. I do, but it's all in one community, dwarfism. Sometimes people some people don't really want to socialize with people with dwarfism. Sometimes, when the first time they ever see a person with dwarfism, they kind of freak out a little bit. But there is an organization called Little People of America, and there's like, I don't know how many people belong to that organization, but I do belong to it, and my son and my wife, well, we're past members, I guess. We haven't updated our membership, but they are having the end of this month. They're having a convention in Houston, but we're not able to go. But I would really like for my son to meet other little people. So he's 25, so we really don't get to go to the meetings here in San Antonio. We have a chapter that is Austin and San Antonio, but we really don't socialize. I just got a message from my wife. Maybe I need to cut it short, but yeah. And the reason I say be kind, be kind, be happy. This is what the shirt says, but sometimes people will come up to me and ask, hey, can I take a picture with you? And I said, no, I'm sorry. Unless I know you, like if you're a family member or a classmate or a good friend, I'll take a picture with you, but a stranger, I'm really not going to take a picture with you. So one day I was in Walmart, and I was going in, and this couple that was in front of me said, hey, can we take a picture with you? And I said, no, I'm sorry, I don't know you. If I knew you, I'd take a picture with you, but I don't. So instead of just saying, okay, and go on their merry way, she took her picture like a selfie, and then came up, and I saw myself on the camera, and she took the picture, and I said, well, I guess, why did you ask? Why did you ask if you wanted to take a picture with me when you did that? She goes, oh, I don't know. And that's kind of rude, right? But and sometimes at work, people, the guests, like if I do a birthday party, if I help out with the birthday party, they want me to take a picture with a birthday kid, and I don't mind that. With somebody just to come up to me and say, hey, take a picture with me. It's okay. And I said, well, I'll take a picture with you, and I'll put you on Facebook. But, for some reason, my chat's not coming on. Let me see, maybe, there we go. Let's see, we'll leave this chat. We got the Prism Live Studio chat. Well, so, yeah. And, as far as people with dwarfism, we can drive cars. We have used extensions to drive cars. And we pretty much do whatever we put our minds to do. Like in the grocery store and trying to find. Sometimes I do have to ask for help. Like I'll ask the clerk, or somebody will say, hey, you trying to get that? Can I get it for you? And I said, sure. Thank you very much. But sometimes I have to find the shelves to get something. I look around, make sure nobody's looking, and then I climb the shelf a little bit, and I grab the can of whatever I'm getting, and put it in my cart. But nowadays, with the AD, the American Disabled Act, they do, like at the HEB that I go to, they have a smaller cart, not those real tiny ones, But they have a smaller cart and a big cart. And I usually get the small cart, and I use that to shop with. And sometimes you can, some little people take like a grabber. It's called a grabber. And it's a long handle thing, and on the end it has like a grabber, and so you can grab things off the shelf and stuff. So yeah, you can do that. At work, I don't have a lot of modifications to help me do my job, but I do have like a stool that I use sometimes if I can't reach something or if I need to do something. I use that. But other than that, I just do my normal job and do the best of my abilities to do my job. I don't say, oh, I can't do that. Because I'm little, I can't do that. No, I don't say that. I do the best I can, and if I can't do it, then I say, well, you know, I gotta be honest, I can't do it. I see somebody's on YouTube. I guess the chat's not working. Right now, you're just enjoying the broadcast. I appreciate it. Thank you for dropping by. And somebody's on Twitch, and I think, oh, no, nobody's on Facebook Live. So, yeah. So, oh, this coffee did turn out better hot. It's called Willie Nelson, named after the singer Willie Nelson. What else can I say? Oh yeah, we live good lives. We do well through Little People of America, LPA. They call it LPA sometimes. Or if you have Little People in your area, you meet up and you do a date, and then eventually, if you want to, you get married and you have children. If you want to have children, and well, there's different variances of that. If a little person marries an average sized person, that's what we call a person of average size. It's kind of the same thing. It's like a 50% chance to be a little person. Well, it depends. If it's the people getting married, if the husband or the male is tall and the lady is small, you know, there's a chance that it could be dwarfism, that they have children, or average size. If two little people get married, there's a 50-50 chance to be a little person, and like a 25% chance to be an average size. And then there's a 25% chance to be called double dominance. Is when the small gene of the little person, of the male, and a small gene of the female together, then it's called double dominance, and usually the baby doesn't live more than 2 weeks. And it's very sad, very, very, very sad. In my case, my wife and I are both little people, and we have our first son is average size. He's 6'2", can you believe that? And then my second son is a little person. And we had in between the two boys, well, they're men now, but I still call them my boys. We were going to have a little girl, and just we had some complications, and we lost the little girl. And then a couple of years later, my youngest son was born, and he has achondroplasia too. My wife has achondroplasia. My son is average size, but he has a condition called pachyonychia congenita. And that causes thick nails on his hands and thick nails on his feet. and he gets calluses really bad on his feet. Yeah, but I don't think that has, it doesn't really have anything with the dwarfism, so. But somewhere, that happened, I don't know how. But he lives a productive life too. Yeah. Let's see. Like I say, we can drive cars. If you, I learned to drive when I was 15 years old. My dad was also, oh, there you go. Okay. My parents are both little people, and my wife's parents are both average size. So average size people can have children with dwarfism. And so my dad had serious back problems, so I had to learn how to drive early. And I learned to drive in a 1962 Ford Falcon. It was a used car my dad had. And my uncle, he asked my uncle to help me learn how to drive. And so one day, my uncle was taking me around the block. He took me around the block. When I drove around the block, wait a minute, before that, we had a long driveway, so he asked me to go back and forth in the driveway, but learn how to back up straight and go straight. So it was a really long driveway because our house at that time, my mom and dad's house, was set way back. We didn't have much of a backyard. We had a big front yard. So he told me to go back and forth. So I learned how to drive straight. And then he said, okay, we're going to go around the block. So we went around the block. And then he says, okay, drop me off at the house. So I dropped him off at the house, and he says, okay, I want you to go around the block 10 times. So he goes in the house, and my dad says, well, where's Ken? He says, oh, he's riding around the block. And my dad got a little nervous because I still hadn't had my license yet. And so he got really kind of nervous about that. Yeah, and also my grandparents were all average size. My grandparents were average size, and my great-grandfather and great-grandmother was average size. Everybody on my dad's side was average size, so he was the only little person. The same thing for my mom. My mom, her parents were average size too, and everybody that we look back, everybody was average size. So somehow in the genes, it just came about. That's really good. Let's see. Trying to think of something else. Let's see. As far as lifespan, it varies. I know some people live a long time. My dad died, he was 57, I think. No. He was 57. My mom died at 63. On my wife's side of the family, well, they don't have dwarfism, but her grandmother lived to be 101, and her mom lived to be 94, 95. So my wife's side of the family has longevity. They lived a really good life. My wife's grandmother came from Mexico during the Revolution War. She used to tell us some stories, and it was really, really neat to hear history. I'm kind of getting off the topic. But yeah, let's see. And my youngest son is 25, and my oldest son is 31. And see. And all our nieces and nephews are all our sons. And my nephews, I have 7 great nieces and nephews. So it's pretty cool. Didn't know that. But yeah, I think I jabbered too much. Well, I wish if somebody was joining, we'd ask a question. So that way, know a little bit more. Yeah, we just, we all have, all little people have same jobs that average people have. My career is in restaurant. And I wanted to be a teacher. I wanted to be a deaf ed teacher, but it didn't happen because I finished, as far as school, I have an associate's degree in special child development, but I decided to stay with the company that I work for. And on the 22nd, I would be with them 39 years. That's kind of crazy, isn't it? Yeah. One of my co-workers just celebrated her 40th anniversary. So, wow. Today, I think it's something else. Oh, we do have, little people do have sometimes back problems, stenosis. I do a little bit. If I can keep my weight down, I'll be okay. Stenosis, spinal stenosis is like a pinched nerve in your back. And so, we just have to be careful not to lift anything heavy. And sometimes at work, I have to lift things heavy. But at home, I wear like a belt in case so that way I keep my back straight. But yeah, just be careful. Don't pick up anything heavy. Boy, they're really busy today. I think because it's Columbus Day today. And a lot of people are off. There's a 4-day weekend. Some schools have Friday off and then today off. So. Well, thank you everybody for joining me today on my coffee break. And remember, coffee and friends make a perfect blend. And we'll see you next time on Ken Rod's Coffee Break. Thank you everybody. We'll see you next time. And remember, be you, be kind, be happy, be kind to everybody. And if you see a little person, and you go, what do I call it? Just call us by our name. So my name is Ken Rod, and we'll see you next time on Ken Rod's Coffee Break. Bye everyone.